Hey feminine, let's go ahead, jump right into your reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are the spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. All right, let's get into it. Thank you, spirit. What are the messages for feminine? What does she need to know? Thank you. Yeah, somebody has a lot to say here. Okay, I feel like somebody's going through an ego death. They could have been trying to hide their true feelings, but that's not working. They could have also been trying to hide a portion of their identity from you. Okay, but you can see straight through them. You see through the facade. You see beyond the mask. Okay, yeah. If this person was being suspicious, or if something was a little bit sketchy, you were able to put the pieces together. You know this person cares about you a lot. All right, this may be somebody that's extremely private, and if you're in the public eye at all, that may be something that is like concerning for them, or it could be vice versa. Okay, but they do feel like the two of you could be this power couple. They really respect and appreciate the way that your mind works. Okay, but they feel like their attempts are being blocked right now. So this could be literally as in they're trying to get through to you, and because of them being sketchy and suspicious, you seeing through them, you've distanced yourself. Or this can be them feeling like they're trying to prove to you that the two of you would be good together and you just don't see it that way, or something like that. Okay, underlying energy here is Netflix and chill, intimacy, quality time, and cuddling. They do want that special time with you though. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. All right, let's see. Dun dun dun. All right, person wants to make an offer to you here, feminine. Okay, perhaps they already have for a lot of you. You don't know if you believe what they're saying. It seems to me like they really mean what they're saying. This could just be, like I said, a very private person. And you could be someone that is in the public, or you get a lot of attention, or a lot of people know you. That may be something that makes them uncomfortable. All right. A lot of people know you, but they don't know you. A lot of people know of you. That's what I'm getting. A lot of people know of you, heard about you, maybe want to know you, or, you know, get to know you, but can't. So you know how that goes. All right, let's see. I hope this person has a mind of their own. All right. We have single, current status available. Okay. Legal, court paperwork filed. Okay. Trash, discarding, throwing out. Okay, so this person was going through separation. Something like that. In the past, this person was going through separation. Okay. Yeah. This person can't stop thinking about you here. So for a lot of you, this person was hiding their feelings for you, okay, because of whatever they had going on. But something was, like I said, very suspicious. You were able to see through this facade, or you were able to see through this mask, right? What you were able to see was that they have these feelings, yes, but to what extent? Possibly not. This person wants to explore this soul contract that they feel the two of you have with each other. Okay. They could have always wanted to, but there was a block. Block being whatever they had going on. Okay, yeah, see, magnetic. They can't stay away from their twin. Like it's something they must have. Okay, some of you have been denying this person until or unless you get receipts. You get proof that what they say is facts, or until you see what they're saying and what they are doing is in alignment. Okay, pressure cooker. This person is a little bit upset. That's been coming out lately. It's more than likely because you don't believe them, but the only way you will is through their actions. And I mean, obviously that makes sense. Love is action. Okay, it's not just you sitting up there and saying it. We got synchronicities everywhere though, that they're about to pop up on you. They're about to put into action what they say they were going to do. Okay, again, yes, there was a karmic situation or lesson that this person had to go through and or learn. All right, ciao. Let us see. Whatever it is that this person was going through, it could have had them drinking a lot, partying a lot, different things like that with this nightlife energy here. Okay, we have Verge, about to reveal and confess their true feelings to you. And this is today. So I feel like, again, whatever this person was attempting to deny, whatever they were not telling you, they can't ignore it anymore. Okay, that's what we're seeing. And that keeps coming up. Okay. They can't hide it. I don't think they were ever hiding it from you, but they thought so. Okay. We have lockdown, mental prison, confined. Some of them could have been locked up. Okay, that comes up a lot. Okay, that comes up a lot. But I feel overall what they're thinking about is commitment with you. Okay, because we have on lock, lockbox, lockdown. Like this person, this person just pretty much wants to lock it down, honey. That's what I'm getting. Lockdown, lockbox, on lock. I mean, pretty much. They feel like you are for them, if you know what I mean. Okay, you are for them. It is for them. Take it however it applies. All the above, okay? They don't feel like you or it are for anybody else, okay? That's how they're feeling. So, about that, I don't know how you feel about that, but that's how they feeling. You probably feel the same way too, okay? If it's your twin, you feel that way, child, okay? Because it's not but one. Yeah, today. This is in the present moment in Divine Masculine, exactly. It's not but one, so you feel that way as well. But when it comes to that love affair situation, the reason they wanted to keep it on the low or be quiet about it, again, there was a lesson that this person was in the middle of learning. Okay? And the reason you cannot allow it to go that way is because then they won't learn the lesson. You understand? So yeah, it's like they have to learn this lesson here one way or another. I feel like that's already going on though. First two cards here were single and legal. So, you know, you remove yourself from the situation. You let this person make whatever decision they feel is necessary for them. But they can't lock you down and they got something else going on. That don't even make sense. Okay? So it's like the only way they can fully lock you down is if, you know, y'all locking it down together or something like that. Okay? That's what I'm getting. We have journal. Okay, and what are these? What are those? All right, we have access granted, intervention, and history. So because of whatever was going on in the past with the others who were involved, or other, whatever it was, person was keeping a low profile. All right, and this could have been having fake profiles even on social media to really keep tabs on you, spy on you, see what you got going on, who you dealing with, stuff like that. All right. This person knows that you don't deal with people like that, okay? They could have attempted to speak to you through these false profiles or whatever, okay? We have pretending, yeah, fake. See, I'm telling you that's what it was. But you're not giving anybody any talk, any action. Again, the same way they feel is how you feel, but the only way they can tell you to lock anything down or that you're on like reservation for them or something is if it goes both ways. Okay, yeah, see, searching online looking for records. Online looking for info and records. I said online looking for records, so what that tell you? I said somebody was locked up, okay? So for some of you, they must have really been locked up for real, okay? 1111, 222, 333. You're seeing these numbers everywhere, so is your person. They're tuned into you. The two of you are tuning into the same frequency because they're sending you so much of their energy. They feel like you're running from them or trying to avoid them. Again, with that cop block. For some of you, that could be the block at present, you know. Before, it was whatever they had going on. Now, it's the fact that you're looking for some sort of proof, okay? Looking for some sort of proof that, hey, they say it's done, then it's really done or something like that. Okay? All right, that they say they had these feelings. Okay, you want to see the proof or something. Okay, twin flames, yeah. This is your mirrored soul here. Insatiable. Child. They have an insatiable thirst for you. Again, you're just waiting on the receipts. You're like, receipts. All right, the emotions you have are there. The emotions they have are there. Even if you try to push them away, they come back. Yeah, so they're always going to be coming after their divine feminine because they know who you are to them. Okay, they know who you are to them and they really want this intimacy and quality time with their divine feminine. So in the very near future, this person is coming towards you. Yeah, they feel like they are desiring you. Okay, there could be somebody that was trying to be petty with the masculine, causing sorts of issues and problems in their life and things like that. But they're determined, okay? This is someone who's determined to get closer to you, all right? So let us see. Dun, dun, dun. What are the messages? We got the Three of Pentacles and the Lovers. They want to work with you, okay? They want the two of you to be on the same page here, all right? I'm getting something about scrying. Okay. I'm getting something about scrying very clearly. Right. Yeah. They're showing me somebody's scrying. Okay. All right. We have the Queen of Wands. Fell out over the Divine Feminine. That's so funny. All right. It's so funny because the Queen of Wands, like, you know how different readers have different meanings for different things, right? And the Queen of Wands is somebody who has a very high vibration. It even says it at the top of the card. Her vibration is high. She represents the fire sign energy. Fire element is desire, it's passion, okay? It's ambition, it's all of those things, right? It's a lot of energy and enthusiasm. So when you hear people say, oh, you know, the Queen of Wands is this and that. No, the Queen of Wands in reverse is this and that. You know, when somebody is in reverse, they're like the opposite of all of the good qualities, but everything has good and bad within it, right? Everything. But the Queen of Wands, the thing that stands out about her is her vibration because of all that fire. Okay? Fire can be a really, really good thing, but it can also be a really, really not so good thing. You understand what I'm saying? All right, but you attract so many people. You get a lot of attention again with this viral card. You're very independent, okay? Extremely confident. That's emphasized here with the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and then you showing up as Divine Feminine. You're extremely confident, hermit, and you stay to yourself. So it's funny, right? It's like everybody likes to be around you because of the energy that you have, but you like to be by yourself. You don't like to be in everybody's face. You don't like everybody in yours, okay? This person feels like no matter what they do, they just can't stay away from you. It's your energy, all right? The Knight of Wands, yeah, it's the passion, it's the desire. Okay, again, this person is very determined here. This is an ambitious energy and somebody who, by the way, does not mind competing for you. Not that I feel you would make them do this, but it's the principle of, like I said, the Queen of Wands gets a lot of attention. A lot of people want to be around her. She's very attractive. Okay, so that could have been something that was very scary for them. Like I said, you know, everybody wants to be around her. She's very attractive. That's intimidating, you know, especially if this person has any insecurities or anything like that. All right. Eight of Swords is the feeling of being stuck in one's mind. Stuck in one's mind about what, you know, thinking about this person and who they could be dealing with and what they could be doing. Meanwhile, you ain't doing nothing. Like I said, when they go to spy, there's nothing being done. So that makes them even more so drawn to you. All right. The Tower, which we just saw as the underlining for the Eight of Swords. So the reason I feel like it's coming out, right, is because the Eight of Swords is in the guidance, meaning that's what Spirit is guiding this person to do. If you feel so drawn to this person, if you feel so captivated by them and everything else, go ahead and pursue that. What's stopping you? You, because the Eight of Swords is self-imposed, it's self-inflicted. There's nobody sitting there holding nobody's hands behind their back. Nobody tied you up. You get what I'm saying? You could easily get your hand from out of that rope. You know what I mean? Take the blindfold off and walk up out of there. But you standing here crying, you know, talking about, I cannot. Yes, you can. So then Spirit says, remember those adjustments that we was talking about that you never made? Okay, here's that Tower moment. Now you're so uncomfortable, okay, that you feel like you have to. You just must. You know, you feel like compelled to do so. Like, if I don't, then I just won't be comfortable, period. Okay, and this is a very uncomfortable change. Like, again, somebody could have been going through separation, okay, or divorce, because that's a lot of the time what happens with Tower moments. Different things like that, especially for those of them who are in karmic situations. Seven of Wands, you know, you're not stuck. You need to make a decision, period. Okay, because feminine can't make it for you, and we keep seeing feminines not doing no low down dirty shame. You know, I always say that, low down dirty affair. Okay, she ain't doing it. We have strength here. Okay, so it's about courage, bravery. Again, fire sign energy. We have Leo, Sagittarius emphasized here. Okay, you and your person may have heavy Leo, Sagittarian placements. Okay. So yeah, a lot of passion, a lot of fire, okay? You are very strong-willed. So if you want something, that's just what it is. If you don't, that's just what it is. And you don't have no shame in your game about it, okay? We have the Ten of Swords. This person may feel like if they don't find their backbone, so to speak. Okay, that this will pretty much be done. And it won't be anything that they can do about it. Because, you know, the Queen of Wands, she needs a very specific type of energy. Okay, because she's about that action. Whatever she's like, remember, wands are actions. So whatever she says she's going to do, she's going to do. I think that's why a lot of readers interpret her energy in a nasty way. Because if you mess with her and you make her feel away, just know she's going to come for you. And you're not going to like what she does. You never like what a fire sign is going to do when you mess with them. You know what I mean? But, I mean, why would you mess with them then? That's common sense, right? That's just common sense. This person is helpful, they're loyal, they're generous. So when people come after them, they usually think they're going to back down. But the Queen of Wands is also very competitive. So she does not back down. Okay? And the Queen of Wands is Leo energy. Like, she's fire sign, but Leo is emphasized, right? So we already know how Leos get down. The lions and the lionesses, right? So she's not backing down. Again, if she wants something, that's just what it is. If she doesn't, that's just what it is. And people don't like that energy. That level of confidence can sometimes come across as arrogance. So they don't like it. Okay? And hence why they said the power couple energy. They feel and sense that royal energy, so to speak. She has a crown on her head. She has a crown on her head. And both of them have stars on it. Like stars and diamonds. So, you know, you just get a lot of attention naturally is what I'm getting. And not everybody can handle that. You need a very confident person. You need somebody that's going to be about that action. If they say they're going to do it, they're going to do it. Because that's how you're coming. You need somebody that's going to step each and every time. Not half step. Not put a little toe in and testing the waters. No kitty cat footing. No, you need somebody that's going to step and be confident. So, you know, this person knows that if they can't do that, then this is pretty much a wrap for you. Okay, that's probably why you don't believe them. You know, with the cock block, they feel like their attempts are being blocked here. They're correct. Okay, because they're not stepping. They oh, I can't, I know, all that. All right, so the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is, yeah, confusion. Okay, confusion that's leading to procrastination. Procrastination that's now causing them to feel powerless and hopeless. Again, back to this because it's touching this, which then leads to them now having fantasies and daydreaming about you. Okay, that's nice, but what are they fantasizing about? The intimacy, the quality time, the cuddling, you see? So it just keeps them stuck in that loop. So again, the only person that can break them free of that karmic cycle they're keeping themselves stuck in is them. It can't be you to do it for them. This is where masculine has to liberate themselves, you know? So, yeah, we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, you're not doing the pity parties. You don't feel bad. None of that. Like this person, like I said, if these are the first two cards here, Oracle being spiritual guidance, that's what they're guiding them to do. Family is family regardless of what the situation is. If you're not in a situation that's healthy or happy for you and everybody involved, that might not be the best situation. And if you keep doing things like spying on feminine and wanting to be up close and personal with feminine, then perhaps that's where you need to be. And that's pretty much what Spirit is telling this person. So one way or another, a tower is going to happen. Either the tower is going to happen in that essence or the tower is going to happen with y'all. They just have to pretty much, you know, like I said, King of Wands, they have to match that energy. They have to step. They have to take action. They can't just say it now. Six of Swords. Or there's just going to be space and distance between the two of you. It's like either things can smooth out or there's going to be space and distance. You know, because you stay stuck in fear. Or you allow your ego and your pride, you know, to get in the way or whatever. Okay, but that's up to you. Masculine's in the back of the bag. Okay. Yeah, so let us see. We have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, they want to make this offer. They want reunion with their feminine. New beginning. Okay, they feel like the two of you have a lot of love. You share a lot of happiness. Okay, and they don't want to lose that. You know, it's like this is my lover, but this is my friend. When something good happens to them, something bad happens to them, whatever, they are ready to call you and tell you about it. They're ready to, you know, come home and tell you about it, whichever one it is, right? So whatever is going on in their life, all these celebratory energies that keep coming up for these masculines, they want you to be there to celebrate these things with them. Okay. Let us see. And if you were the person that grew up In the Queen of Wands energy, you get a lot of attention whether you wanted it or not. You're very attractive and magnetic. You get a lot of attention whether you want it or not. You understand what comes with that. It comes with a lot of hate, a lot of envy from people way older than you, people younger than you, people your age, people who have more than you. It really doesn't matter. It just comes with a certain level of envy. You attract that to yourself. You can't help it. Okay? You can't help it. And then it doesn't help that you're confident and you don't care that people feel that way. It just makes it worse. So we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, yeah, there could have been, like I said, somebody, you know, being deceptive around masculine and them peeping, them finally seeing something for what it is. Okay? Somebody tried to stand in the way of them being close to you. It could have been, for example, somebody wanting your attention that you didn't want to give attention to. So masculine got your attention. Person was upset. You know how that goes. Come on, come on, come on. We know how that goes. Okay? They feel mad. They're envious. Seven of Swords. That's envy. As I said. Okay? So they were deceptive. They tried to do something to stand in the way of what was happening between you and this person. Somebody doesn't like you. They tell masculine whatever. You know how that goes. Somebody don't like masculine. They tell you whatever. Somebody wanted masculine. Masculine didn't want them. Masculine wanted you. So they tried to stand in the middle. They tried to make it so that you and masculine wouldn't come together. You know how this goes. Put it on whichever side it goes. Okay? But this is why I said earlier, I felt that energy. I hope that whoever this is, whether it was them or you, has a mind of their own and is able to make their own decisions, because people do that all the time. Sometimes the last thing people want is for the divine beings to come together, because that is a lot of power, y'all. It's not a joke, all right? These little pretty cards and all that, I know, hee hee ha ha, right? But the divine feminine and masculine coming together, that is a truly powerful energy. There isn't anything that they are not able to do when they come together, okay? If you can do all that on your own, they can do all that on their own. Imagine those two energies coming together. There's nothing that can stop that. So people try to do everything to stop that before it even comes together. That's what you know who does. We're not going to give him no energy right now. Okay? That's what the enemy does, beloved. Okay? So we have the Judgment card. It's where a person has to wake up to the truth. Snap out of it. That's what I'm hearing. Snap out of it. See something for yourself. Okay? Or make your own decision here. Yeah, the Sun card. You see something for yourself. That's what that is. Because with the Sun, it's like, let there be light. Whatever is done in the dark, whatever somebody was trying to, you know, stand in the middle of, Five of Wands, see there? I can't make this up. Somebody's going to see now. They're going to see. All right? Like, oh, you tricked me. You set me up. You put me in this karmic situation by giving me terrible advice. Or telling me inappropriate information. Or, what's the word, y'all? Fabricated information. Not inappropriate, but fabricated, made up. Okay, making false accusations. We got the Hangman. Okay, the Hangman. Yeah, see, feeling trapped. No, you're not. You're not. Okay, so that's up to you. Six of Swords. You know, they can allow the space and distance between them and their soulmate. They feel like the two of you are soulmates. Okay, we know that the two of you are twin flames. They may not know what twin flames is or whatever. So they just like, yeah, soulmates. Okay, but there's space and distance between you and them because they allow themselves to sit in that energy of, well, I'm stuck. No, you're not. Okay. And again, we can't make no excuses for this person. We got the Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Okay. So they want to invest into you because of how loving you are, how nurturing you are. They realize that whenever the two of you do invest into the connection, they grow more. All right. So again, now that this person is realizing everything, right, and seeing whatever has taken place for exactly what it is, child, that in itself could be the Tower, because we have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. That in itself could be what the Tower is. When they see the truth of a situation, the Tower just falls. Revelations, the Tower just falls. Okay. We have the Nine of Swords. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles. They get to a place where they can't take it anymore. They can't take something anymore. They can't take this feeling of being unhappy without you anymore. All right. So Strength card, Ace of Pentacles, and Queen of Cups. For those of you who are here with me every day, thank you. I love you. You know what the Ace of Pentacles is for me as a reader. All right, so this person, they already know. And I just love that because look how her hand is up. She's like, yep, I know that. I'm just, you know. All right. I saw this short the other day, right? And I agree with it, by the way. I saw this short the other day. It was like everybody doing so much to get this ring. You want the ring, right? Engagement ring, wedding ring, whatever. You just want this ring so bad. It's not about who has the ring. It's about who has his heart. And that's so true. You know, that's 1000% accurate. And Divine Feminine doesn't settle for one over the other. She wants both. I don't want the ring if it doesn't come with the heart. You understand? Again, back to the Queen of Wands. All right? If that's the energy that's there, that is the heart. You understand what I'm telling you? So she's like, it's no one without the other. It's both. Divine Feminine is like, it's both. Okay? It's not one or the other. It's not, oh, I want the ring, or, oh, I want the heart. No, I don't want the ring if it doesn't come with me having your heart. You can keep it. Okay? That's the energy here. Yeah, you're very powerful, very strong energy. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, because you're secure in yourself. You're every queen. So that's the only way you could truly be Divine Feminine energy, in my opinion, as a reader, is if you're the Empress. The Empress is a representation of Divine Feminine energy. The Empress is all the queens. So that means you are fully liberated. You understand what I'm saying? But we all have our own opinions of how that goes. And I have my reasoning behind it. I do extensive research. And I just always ask that you do your own. Don't just take what I tell you at face value. Do your own research. And then let me know what you think. But that's what I believe. I genuinely believe that the only way you get there is if you are all the queens. So it's not one queen is this, one queen is that. Or, you know, one is better than the other. When you master them all. And so, you know, you being this very fruitful, abundant, powerful energy, okay, they don't want to mess that up. They don't want to ruin it, okay? And for those of them who feel like has already been enough damage done, child, they ain't trying to do nothing else. Yeah, Queen of Cups, okay? They're not trying to do anything else. This person feels like they made you feel betrayed, because when this person realizes the truth of everything, they feel even worse about what's happened. You know, Three of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles coming towards you. Okay, there's travel plans, travel arrangements. That's what I'm getting. That's that pop-up energy. Okay, Zaddy finna pop up on that. Six of Wands. Yeah, the two of you will be overcoming all of this, because like I said, whatever was done in the dark here is going to be coming to the light for sure. Okay, per usual. Something about a child, and I'm going to leave that alone. Something about a child. There's a secret here, okay? Now, I want to say secret child, but for some of you, that could literally be what it is with the Moon and the Six of Cups. Five of Wands and the Fool card. Like, in the past, that could have been something between you and this person, you know? Like, if a child popped up, you're like, whoa, where'd that come from, or something like that? Like, how you became a pappy, like when that happened, you know, hold up, during us, hold up, you know, like just weird things like that. That's I can't say that's unforgivable, but it depends on you, your person, etc., what y'all willing to work through and get through. It's up to y'all, you know. Nobody can judge, because people go through a lot and will make it seem like everything is perfectly fine online, okay? So it's totally up to you what you want to do. You know if you love your person, if you're done with them or not, if you can come back together with them or not. You know that, all right? But let us see the Tower, the Nine of Swords. This is their mental right now. This is no good. They're going through it mentally. They can't take being without you. That's what I'm getting here. Three of Cups. Yeah, they just want to reunite with their lover. That's period what it is. And like I said, you came out as all the queens. So like I was saying, people can try to say whatever they want about the Queen of Wands. But you have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. As I was saying, I feel you only are Divine Feminine energy when you have embodied all of the queens. Period. Your vibration is extremely high. You're very loving and nurturing. You're, you know, very intuitive and intelligent. Okay. It says astute here. You're very abundant and prosperous, grounded. Okay. So, you know, you put all those things together, honey bun. All right. In a little melting pot. All right, being true to the core and the upright. You know, you treat people the way you want to be treated. You're not out here being nasty. Okay, you've mastered all of the suits, aka all of the elements. It's not one element being negative and one element being positive, etc., etc. It's not how it goes. Okay, but yeah, this person wants reunion with their lover. Okay, 3 of Cups and the Lovers. That's what it is here. They feel like the two of you are perfect soulmates. There's a meeting of the minds here. They feel like you're their wish fulfillment, heart desires. 9 of Cups. They want to reconcile. There's going to be an apology coming in. Like I said, once this person realizes the truth, like the truth of everything, they're going to be feeling, you know, worse than they probably already were. So like, now I see why this person feels 10 of Swords. You know, why would a person feel like I betrayed them if that was never my intention to betray them? But once they see the truth of everything, they get it. Yeah, I could see why they would feel that way. Because they were true and genuine this whole time. And people said X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3. And my crazy self believed them. You know, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Peace and happiness.